a note on fatal attraction. And there's a cat, I don't know if you hear, who's fatally attracted to another. Uh, this is a very interesting um, film, and I was thinking that it is in some ways a bizarre development. Why? I was thinking in psychological terms. First of all, um, Michael Douglas apparently is who is Dan Gallagher, a successful lawyer with good family connections, friends, happy, married to Beth, and they have a good relationship. And this is strange because there is no apparently uh, no reason. There's nothing wrong in their marriage. John Gottman, a classic of psychology, uh, and an expert, the ultimate expert actually on marriage and relationships, he has such an accuracy rate that he can predict in over 90% of the cases which couples will stick together and which will separate, will eventually divorce. And he's also reputed to enter a restaurant and be able to get from fragments of conversation and seeing couples at other tables, again there, which will separate and which will continue. And that's not just he's not a fortune teller. He has studied over and over and over again relationships, marriages, and what goes wrong. And he has identified the 7 principles of making marriage work. Knowing, getting to know each other very well, friends, details, preferences, songs, and whatnot, and much more. There's a book about that. We'll not get into it now, except to say that there are also 4 horsemen of the apocalypse: contempt, criticism, defensiveness, and stonewalling. And Michael Douglas has shown none of that in his relationship, so that's strange in a way. Um, and still, there is also this conclusion in psychology that an affair is not the cause. It's of a breakup. It's a symptom. It's an effect. In other words, if one in the couple has an affair, or both, it's that's not the reason for the relationship to end, to hit the floor. It's because the relationship it's not working that they have an affair. So then, indeed, why does he have this indeed initially meant to be a one-night stand with Alex, the crazy Glenn Close is playing very well, a crazy woman. I'm sorry, I just said crazy Glenn Close in the film, very well played. And it's also a lesson, you know. Don't step outside because look at what happens. On the one hand, we can see it that way. Even if, as I said, on the other, if you step outside, that's because it's already going wrong. So mm, there's an issue there. She asks him, indeed, and this is where she makes some sense. Otherwise, she doesn't. Look, why did you, if you're so happily married, which he states, look, I'm not going to end I love my wife, I'm happy, this is not going to work. But why did you do it then? Well, that's a question. That's a question there. And it's true, she goes off the wall. She starts stalking him. She uses acid to destroy his car completely. Threats, calls. She's calling at 2 o'clock at night and says, "You meet me tomorrow at 6." Well, it's 2 o'clock, and if you don't, then I'll keep calling and I'll not abandon this. And then finally, in a sort of a climax, I'm pregnant. How do you know it's my child, my baby? And indeed, because, well, she says it is, obviously. He's not sure, and he thinks this will help his case. He's a lawyer, after all. And they look at possible negative things, so much that in America, this is the profession which has the highest rate of divorce, of suicide rate, and depression. And he's going into her house to find that, and then eventually prove that she has another affair. And it all goes worse. She follows him home, and it is getting to be a serious drama to the point of becoming a sort of a horror film.